You've done a collaborative album in the past. David, who would you like to see Elton collaborate with next?
Oh, we had dinner on Sunday night with Chappell Roan, who's just storming up the charts.
Really?
And such a brilliant, authentic pop voice, and a great lady who's so much fun. I would love to see her album collaborate.
And a huge champion of LGBTQ plus people.
Right. Who's someone else?
She's like, the girls, it's Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan. All the girls are doing it, they're cracking it, they're killing it, and it's so fantastic to see. You know, Olivia, Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, it's all the girls. And it's about time, and they're all doing great stuff.
They truly are. You guys are celebrating Pride Month in a very special way for fans. You're offering them the opportunity to purchase items from your closet.
From Atlanta, yes. Because we've sold the apartment in Atlanta, and so there are a lot of clothes left. And I always think, you know what? Let's sell the clothes to people who would really like them and appreciate them, and the money goes to the Elton John AIDS Foundation. What could be better?
That is such a wonderful cause. You know, we love talking about the Elton John AIDS Foundation. And David, how proud are you of the work that the foundation's been doing, and what do you envision for the future?
Really, really proud. I mean, one of the key things we have to continue to address with HIV/AIDS is stigma.
Right.
And LGBTQ plus stigma. So the proceeds from this sale specifically during Pride Month will go towards that initiative, which is great because we have to break down as many barriers as we can to people wanting to get tested and wanting to take medication for HIV/AIDS.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, let's talk about some of these items specifically. And if this is like a purge from your Atlanta closet, what does the rest of the closet look like?
Oh, baby, you don't want to know.
Oh, but I do, Elton, but I do. Tell me about some of these items that are up for grabs. So here's some of the collectible items that we can see. Can you kind of talk about a couple of them for us?
Well, that's a Versace t-shirt, and as you know, I'm a huge Versace fan.
Yes.
So that's one, and then it's a personalized Gucci bomber jacket, which no one else has and
Of
never
course
made.
not.
And inside, stitched inside, it says Sir Elton John because it was custom made for Elton by Alessandro Michele at Gucci.
Was there anything that was particularly hard to part with?
No, not really.
Well, especially when you know when it's going to a worthy cause.
I always
right?
say that you pass things on in life, and you let someone else get the pleasure of them. They're just things, and I love them, and I love clothes, I've always have done, but it's nice to let someone else have the use out of them.
Without a doubt. Now, what is one of your favorite looks that you've rocked over the years?
Ooh, well, the original Versace look was fantastic because Gianni was one of my dearest friends of all time. And then lots of the Gucci stuff and the Yamamoto stuff was fantastic. Yamamoto mostly on stage.
Right.
But Versace and Gucci were both stage and streetwear. So, you know, I like to be colorful.
Oh, we do know that, for sure. David, what is one of your favorite looks Elton's worn?
Oh my goodness, I just think the Gucci stuff with Elton, the sort of connection that Alessandro and Elton had. And so there was joy in wearing it because of the friendship, in addition to how well it fit with Elton.
Yeah.
You know,
when you have a friendship
stylistically.
with the designer, it makes it so much better because you get to know them, they know you. In fact, Alessandro came down to our house in Windsor to look at all my old clothes, stage clothes, and he was blown away with them from the 70s.
Well, anytime you want to give E.T. a tour of your stage clothes,
Okay.
I will happily be there,
personally,
Elton.
yeah, you will blow your mind.
I know it would. And I'm sure it kind of blew your mind when you nabbed that EGOT status. So huge congratulations.
Thank you.
On becoming an EGOT. You're only one of 19 people that have achieved it.
It was a huge, well, first of all, I was so happy for David because he produced it, and it was great to see him get. I was in bed, it was quite late at night because it's LA, and he woke me up and he said, "What would you say if I said you just won an Emmy?" And I went, "Oh my God." So he was standing there with 2 Emmys. It's quite unbelievable when you look back at my life, what I've done, what I've achieved, how lucky I've been. And so that was the icing on the cake, getting the EGOT. And as you say, 19 people, and 19 great people as well.
Wow.
It's a real honor.
Isn't it? And you had the opportunity, David, to accept the award on Elton's behalf.
I did, because he was home recovering from knee replacement surgery, which he's just at the end of that
I've got 2 new
journey.
knees.
Oh my
This
gosh.
one was done in January the 4th, and this one is 10 weeks old today.
Oh my, well, happy birthday, new knee.
Thank you.
How are you feeling, Elton?
It's doing really well.
Yeah?
I'm so glad I did it. I had to because I could hardly walk. So the first half of this year really has been having the operations and rehabilitation. Lots of rehabilitation.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it's not worth doing it.
Of course. You got to be running around after those kids, too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
So where are those EGOT awards on display?
House in Windsor.
Well, the Oscars and stuff like that, the Golden Globes, the Tony and stuff, they're on our shelves, but you'd miss them because they're on the first floor, and you probably wouldn't walk past them and wouldn't see them. It's a bit ostentatious to have them on display.
That is very humble of you. Very, very humble of you. We'll get to see some of your great stuff in a documentary that the two of you have put together. It'll premiere at Toronto International Film Festival,
Correct.
from my understanding, showing us kind of like behind the scenes of you on the road and your final days on tour. So what other kind of never before seen footage are we going to see in this?
It's actually a documentary about Elton's whole life.
Really?
And we go back and forth between the beginnings of his career and his rise to fame and then to the present day. So you kind of get this juxtaposition of what it was like for him and the struggles he faced,
Right.
you know, becoming Elton John and leaving behind Reg Dwight, and then into the present day, so you can see all the sort of highlights and wonderful moments of his life today and how his life has been transformed.
Yeah, it's a juxtaposition of the first LA Dodgers concert in 1975 and the last one, and what I was like then and what I'm like now.
Oh, and that sequin outfit, the Dodgers.
Yeah, Bob Mackie.
Oh my gosh, just brilliant. So good. What is it like having your husband to be able to direct something so special and intimate?
It's trust. He did a documentary on me very, very early on in our relationship called Tantrums and Tiaras, which was very, very honest and out there. I trust him implicitly. He's guided my career over the last 9 years when he took over into the best career anyone could possibly have. We had the tour, the farewell tour. He came up with a plan. The tour, the book, the film, and now the documentary. And then, you know, we have other things happening this year. We have 2 musicals opening back to back.
I know, I cannot believe it. So you've got Tammy Faye and The Devil Wears Prada. How long were you living in those worlds to create that music?
Well, it's because of COVID, they've kind of collided.
We're getting a lot of Elton this year.
You're getting a lot of Elton this year.
Devil Wears Prada opens in England in December, and Tammy Faye opens on Broadway in November.
But they're shows we've been working on for
a long time.
You know, 8 years, 10 years, 12 years. It takes a long time to
It
build a
takes a
musical.
long time. But we have Shayna Tobe, who wrote the lyrics with me, who just won 2 Tonys for Souths. So it's going to be very exciting.
Wonderful, wonderful. Is there any piece of you that misses touring?
Not any piece.
What? I gotta say, Elton, you are the one artist that I truly regret. I never got to see you perform live.
No.
And that is just like, my producer, he's in the same boat.
No.
Might we get you back out on the road one more time? No?
No.
We've got our sons, you know, they're getting into their teenage years now.
One's
They're
13, right?
13 and 11.
Oh my goodness.
And we don't want to miss anything. We want to be present for that. He's been doing it for 60 years.
This is true.
So it's nice to have that time to spend at home with family.
family.
Yeah.
And
I got the last show in Stockholm on the farewell tour after Glastonbury. Got in the car and went, yes! Yes!
Boys, we're going home.
Yeah, but no, I don't want to. We went out on the biggest high. This is where I wanted to,
Yeah.
and there's no going back for that.
What is one thing you still want to do? What is one thing you still want to accomplish?
I don't know. Things seem to sort of arrive in you unexpectedly. For example, 1993, I got a phone call from Tim Rice about I'm doing a thing called The Lion King. It's Disney original animation film. And they said, who would you want to do it with? And I said, Elton. They said, you'll never get him. And I said, are you kidding me? I'll do it like, that changed my life.
Yeah.
So it was a call out of the blue. It's the great unexpected things that happen, and then the gift that keeps giving. So you don't know. We've got a lot of things in planning stages. And I still do my radio shows every week. I've done 400 shows for Rocket Hour shows for Apple. And that way I can meet new artists like Chappell Roan and Stephen Sanchez, who's going to be here. It's just wonderful because it keeps me in touch with new music, and I can actually meet the artists. And Stephen Sanchez played Glastonbury last year with me, which was he did amazing.
You both are so gracious and so kind. We wish you great success with
Thank
this
you so
charity
much.
auction.
Thanks
and
for supporting us with this.
Yeah, thank you.
We
thank you,
always
Entertainment
will.
Tonight.
And,
Bless you.
and thank you, eBay.
Yeah, and thank you,
you so
eBay.
much,
Come
eBay.
on.
Oh my goodness.